Hey everyone, welcome to another Kurt on Cougs short. This is my week 0 preview, giving you guys a look at the first week of college football. Of course, before we get into the week where pretty much everyone's starting their season, we do got a few games this weekend, so really excited about that. I'm gonna give you my top 3 games for this weekend, as well as my viewing guide, which is in my opinion the best games to be watching this weekend. All right, so my top 3 games for this weekend are Farmageddon, Iowa State, ranked number 22, versus K-State, versus ranked number 17. Definitely highlighted the weekend, being played in Ireland, 10 o'clock Saturday morning, Mountain Daylight Time. Really excited about that one. Also, you got 2 teams that were strong contenders last year in the Conference USA, which are Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. That should be a good game. And then also Stanford versus Hawaii. Stanford, a little bit of a struggling P5 team, taking on a decent G5 in Hawaii. This game could be pretty close. Really excited to see how this one turns out. I'm especially as a BYU fan, knowing that BYU will be playing Stanford in week 2 of the regular season. Excited to get a little bit of a preview there. All right, now this is my viewing guide for the day. Starting off at 10 a.m., you got Farmageddon, like I talked about before, K-State versus Iowa State, probably highlight of the day. And then after that, you probably got a little time for lunch, and then I would recommend watching UNLV versus Idaho State. Might turn into a blowout. Good news though, just about 2 hours later, the game between Kansas and Fresno State kicks off. Kansas coming off a little bit of a tough year, trying to see if they can bounce back. So that could be a pretty good game. Fresno State, not much of a pushover either. Also, at least for me personally, as a BYU fan, I'll probably be watching a game that starts at 2:30 between Portland State and Tarleton State. That's a good preview for BYU fans for their week 1 opponent in the Vikings. And then to end the day, my personal recommendation is at 5:30. You had a great game between, like I talked about before, Stanford versus Hawaii, and as a backup, I would have Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky. So, week 0, going to be very exciting. Those are the big games. And yeah, let's go. College football is almost here.